Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. And y'all made me do it. I had no intentions on having to make 3 videos today. But since some of you all can't seem to fucking get it, here we are. So it looks like Elon has stated that he has Asperger's on SNL. And since then, there's been a bit of a firestorm. And I'm going to go over at least a couple parts of that firestorm here and now. And then, hopefully, I can move on to my other far more pressing videos for this afternoon. I'm just leaving this search up there so that you can see he has indeed claimed it, by the way. This is real talk time, folks. What's been going on is you have some autistics, like myself, who have rightfully so called out Elon Musk's continuing ableism, his pushing of eugenics, and his pushing of his goddamn brain chip to fix us. Who've called him out for, in the past, using comments such as disease in regards to describing people with autism spectrum disorders. We've also rightfully called him out due to the fact that he is using a term for his form of autism that is no longer used in the DSM-5, which is the diagnostic tool used by doctors everywhere to diagnose autism spectrum disorders, which means Asperger's syndrome has been struck down as a way of referral to people who are more like myself. We have been called gatekeepers of autism. We have been accused of many things, including gatekeeping on who gets to call themselves autistic and who doesn't. Being yelled at for saying we don't want to associate with him. All kinds of things. And to those people, I have to say, take several fucking seats. Take all the seats. Because here's the fact, folks. A good majority of us who are expressing concerns and just downright disdain for this man are not doing so due to the fact that he disclosed his diagnosis. None of that matters. What matters is his past behavior towards his fellow neurodevelopmental folks on the spectrum. What matters is how he treats his fellow neurodiverse. If you want to see what I mean by this, let me go ahead and pull it up for you. We've gone over this by the way, but for those of us who are new to the channel, let me go ahead and pull this up for you. Remember this, the next web on Mashable. Elon Musk mistakenly thinks Neuralink brain chip can cure autism. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. In this very same interview, let me pull it up for you here. I know we've gone through it before, but apparently we got to go through it again. Let me point out to you all the goodies. Look here. So Neuralink, I think, at first will solve a lot of brain-related diseases. So it could be anything from, like, autism, schizophrenia, memory loss. He literally equated autism to 2 different diagnoses that has nothing to do with it, and then proceeded to call it a disease. Okay? You see where I'm going here, right? On top of that, what he has also done is, excuse me, stabbed a fellow neurodiverse member in the back. And folks, who is that fellow neurodiverse person who falls under the same umbrella he did? Well, folks, that would be none other than Mr. Depp himself, who has ADHD, and that puts him under the neurodiverse umbrella. No different from Muskie here. And what did he do to his fellow neurodiverse tribe member? Well, let's see here. He slept with his wife behind his back 1 month within their marriage together starting. He has thus far been absolutely complicit and aided and abetted the same now ex-wife at every single, all along the way, in pushing this narrative that his fellow neurodiverse was abusive towards this woman. He has aided and abetted her at all points against someone who is under the same umbrella as him. Us in the neurodiversity community face attacks on all sides every single day. We have created organizations to basically fight all these ideas that the outside world and the media and Hollywood try to put about us every day. These organizations were made so that we could have our fellow neurodiverse members back. But this one thinks absolutely nothing about throwing a fellow neurodiverse member under the bus, aiding and abetting destroying his life, or sleeping with his wife. He also thinks absolutely nothing about condescendingly calling those who are not on the same part of spectrum as him as a disease. Trying to fix us with neurotechnology, taking away the very things that make us us. He has before, and believe it or not, folks, you can say he tries to get around eugenics. Brain chips eugenics. He's pushing eugenics. And that is why a good majority of the autistic community right now are not there to kiss his ass just because all of a sudden he wants to claim to be one of our tribe members. Okay? Whether he is autistic or not is not the damn point. Nobody's denying his diagnosis. No one is complaining or shitting on him because he divulged his diagnosis. We are pointing out his ableist, his destructive, and his manipulative behavior, and we are stating that we do not want that as someone who is going to be looked to as a representation of those of us who are under the neurodiverse umbrella or who have autism spectrum disorders. We are not being gatekeepers. And I swear to God, I can't believe I have to say this. Whether he's autistic or not, he is an asshole, among many other things. and I'm going to call him one. And anybody who doesn't like it, know how to unfollow, know how to block, know how to mute, and they know how to unsubscribe. And that is all I'm going to be saying on the matter. I will have some of the other videos that I intended to do out a little bit later. I really did not want to focus on Elon when I have more pressing matters, such as the fight against the Judge Rotenberg Center, where, they're torturing us. That's kind of a bigger deal. People's lives, their health is at immediate risk right now. I did not want to take precious time away from research through court documents for my next video to have to deal with this mess, but here we are. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video, folks. We don't get that many views on this channel, and if you decide to stay subscribed after this little rant, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time this afternoon, and I'll be seeing you again here in a little while. Thank you. Bye-bye.